na talagang presyo nila, pababaan sila. It's better, right? Hindi ba maganda ganon? O hindi, again, it will not fall dun sa tatlo yung categories na minention.
One-minute suspension, Mr. Speaker.
Session.
Naku po, Congressman Presley De Jesus, ginisa si Congresswoman Stella Kimbo sa nangyaring pagdinig sa mataas na pagpupulong sa Kamara. Pero bago ang lahat, maaari kayong mag-subscribe para maging updated sa mga issue at bagong mga balita. Halos walang maisagot sa mga tanong itong si Stella Kimbo nang tada rin siya ng mga tanong ni Congressman Presley De Jesus. Panay hingi nga ng tulong itong si Kimbo nang mablangko sa mga katanungan na halata talagang walang alam sa mga nagaganap na programa ng gobyerno. Narito ang buong detalye.
Presley De Jesus is recognized to interpolate the sponsor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. May the good sponsor yield to some question from this representation.
Certainly, Mr. Speaker, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. A while ago, you mentioned, when you had the Philippine Competition Commission, you mentioned three, was that considered criteria or their power or their function? Can you repeat that again to me, Mr. Speaker, distinguished sponsor?
No, Mr. Speaker, Your Honor, the first would be anti-competitive mergers and acquisitions. Ibig sabihin yung pagsanib po ng mga kumpanya. Pangalawa po would be anti-competitive agreements. Ibig sabihin kapag meron kang dalawang competitors, pero sila po ay nagkasundo o nagkontsaba sila. O ang tawag po dyan ay cartel. Pangatlo po would be abuse of dominance. Ibig sabihin po kapag meron kang isang dambuhalang kumpanya na meron pong binubuli na MSME, yun po. Yun ang third category.
Okay. In the first mention, the anti-merger acquisition siguro, no? As you know, in power sector, Mr. Speaker, distinguished sponsor, there are only few major players, no? If I can name it, Aboitiz, San Miguel, Meralco, MGen, like that. So recently, I saw it in a newspaper, no? They have a merger, no? Those three. In one, they're allying, there being alliances at 3.3 billion, no? Supplying liquid LPG. Would that be considered under the first category? Or would that be considered on the third category, considered as a cutthroat competition?
Well, sa ngayon po...
you have a choice, either one or three.
Yan po ay pumapaloob po dun sa first category, kaya lang po ay wala pa pong husga sa ngayon. Pumasok po siya sa thresholds kasi may mga thresholds po siya. You have to be big enough, merong size of party threshold, and the transaction also has to be big enough. So may size of transaction threshold. Pumasok po siya dyan. So which means it's ongoing review at the moment. Wala pa pong husga kung siya po ay anti-competitive merger. So meron pang how many days? Meron pa pong 10 days bago po deadline ng PCC to make a judgment as to whether it is an anti-competitive merger.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished sponsor, so the PCC family is aware that there is a going. Okay, that's
Yes.
a very good sign.
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Na at least they're on top of the situation, and I really support you, PCC, for doing a good job. No. So secondly, aside from that, no, we know that there's no such thing as monopoly dapat, especially in electric cooperatives, no? So there's no such thing as single monopoly, kayo lang nagpapatakbo. So we encourage also, for example, in one province, if there's only one electric cooperative, kung may gustong pumasok na private, no, to compete with them, that's fine, as long as it's very competitive, to make sure at the end of the day, ang dapat makinabang dito, Mr. Speaker, ay yung mga taong bayan sa presyong mababa. My question is now, what if ang isang DUs, sa private DUs, pumasok sa isang kooperatiba, no? Ang gusto niya, not even a competition, but an acquisition. Would that fall under number 3, number 2, or number 1?
Number 1, vertical. So pagdating po sa mergers, meron pong dalawang klaseng merger. May tinatawag na horizontal merger or vertical merger. Pag sinabing horizontal merger, pareho po silang line of business. Pero pag sinabing vertical merger, in this case, nasa generation yung isa, nasa distribution naman yung isa. So, yung distribution, pumili po doon sa or vice versa. So, vertical po. Vertical merger, number 1.
Okay. Now, you mentioned that they're in business of generation and distribution. It's clear in EPIRA law, talagang if you're in generation, you cannot be in distribution, no? Unless there's certain percentage. So, nandun na ako. So, I agree with that. So, sana ang our PCC family, Mr. Speaker, na tinututukan to. Kasi at the end of the day, we have only one vision and mission here to have a competitive price, no? So I hope na natututukan nyo ito. Ngayon, for example, if one company, no, meron pa siyang franchise na lifespan, for example, 10 years, here comes a private, gusto niyang kunin yon, can he do that under the PCC? Will it fall it will handle by the PCC? Ulitin ko, siguro hindi pa klaro eh. For example, ang one electric cooperative, may prangkisa pa siya na 5 years. And then, gustong agawin yung prangkisa mismo na hindi magtatayo ng sarili niyang prangkisa, gusto niya agawin, pero meron pa siyang 10 years na natitira o 7 years natitira sa kanyang prangkisa. Would that be considered a cutthroat competition? What level to the 3 that you mentioned, Mr. Speaker?
Mr. Speaker, Your Honor, kapag legislative franchise yan, tayo po yata ang kailangan mag-decide dyan.
That's correct, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor. Dapat ang franchise talaga. Pero ang question ko rito, baka hindi ba mako-consider na monopoly yun? Kapag inagaw na lang kagad, may existing pa, instead na magtayo sila ng sarili na two competing distribution utilities na talagang presyo nila, pababaan sila. Which is better, right? Hindi ba maganda ganon? O hindi, again, it will not fall dun sa tatlo nyong categories na minention.
One minute suspension, Mr. Speaker.
Session suspended.
Mr. Speaker.
Session resumes.
Pagdating po dun sa tanong kung doon po sa scenario, so okay, mag-umpisa po tayo dun sa premise, no? So meron kang Company A na monopolyo at Company B na monopolyo din, pero Company A has remaining 5 years at Company B remaining 10 years. Company B seeks to acquire Company A. So yun ang tanong. Pagdating po sa market structure, wala naman pong pagbabago kasi ang resulting market structure after the merger will be the same. Monopoly pa rin. So sa pagtingin ng PCC ay ganun din kasi monopoly pa rin naman ang kalalabasan. Pero ang punot dulo po niyaan is since magkakaroon ng amendment doon sa franchise, ay kailangan talaga ang Kongreso ang magde-decide on the matter.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished sponsor, nakuha ko yung point mo eh. So, siguro magbigay ako ng different scenario. For example, in cable company, Comcast and DirecTV. Ito, they tried to merger, no? And then, hindi pinayagan. I'm talking about in US. Hindi pinayagan two of the biggest cable companies, no? The Comcast and the DirecTV. Siguro kayo, alam naman niyo yan. Nag-merge sila. Hindi pinayagan because ang reason, the rationale behind is antitrust. Because if the two biggest merge, they monopolize the pricing. Wala nang competition. So there will be no more competition. So dito po sa sinabi ko sa inyo, almost the same scenario. So it's better for the company A, magtayo siya ng sarili niya, yung company B, magtayo na, which is existing. Ang nangyayari ngayon, again, it's a legal, it's a franchise, no? Dadan sa franchise. Pero kung sakali may magreklamo sa inyo na ganyan, ano ang gagawin nyo?
Mr. Speaker, Your Honor, doon po sa example natin earlier, magkaiba po dahil they serve different areas ayon po sa kanilang franchise agreement. Unlike po doon sa second example, you have two big companies serving the same market. Therefore, hindi sila pinayagan ng antitrust body because kapag mag-sanipuwersa sila, magkakaroon talaga ng loss of competition because they serve the same market. Unlike po dun sa first example natin, you have two companies with separate franchises, and those separate franchises would identify separate markets.
Hindi, yung sinasabi mo, yung example ko sa DUs, no? I'm not gonna mention the name. Same yung area. Same franchise area. Gusto lang nila i-acquire na instead of for them applying for a new franchise. So for me, it's a healthy competition kung mag-apply sila ng sarili niyang franchise. On the same area, maglaban sila. But here, i-expropriate, gusto lang kunin lahat. So, yun ang sila, will that fall under category 1, 2, or 3? Kasi wala na mangyayari doon.
Yes. So, Mr. Speaker, Your Honor, tama po kayo. Similar ang situation, but ultimately, while it will be reviewed by the PCC at mukhang alam na natin na talaga magkakaroon ng loss of competition because they serve the same market, but again, PCC will have to defer to the wisdom of Congress because they will have magkakaroon ng amendment of the franchise.
Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor, ano natin na scenario? We move forward. Sabihin natin, the acquisition or the expropriation completed na. Can the aggrieved party file in PCC? Or again, we subscribe to the wisdom of the legislative or the Congress na naman. Ano ba yun?
Mr. Speaker, sa pagkakaalam ko naman sa ating mga franchise hearings, ay lagi naman natin pinapatawag ang PCC as a resource person, lalong-lalo na po kung merong competition concern. Kaya palagay ko ay doon natin malalaman. Kasi ang PCC naman, they always case by case talaga ang assessment po ng mga concerns. Kaya mahirap mag-generalize, but tingin ko yun ang tingin kong direksyon dito sa ating mga example. Pero tawagin na lang natin sila sa mga hearing natin kung ganito ang sitwasyon.
Yeah.
Mr.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor. That's why in every hearing, in energy, in any franchise, we always call the PCC. For me, Mr. Speaker, PCC is the last line of defense ng ating mga consumer. That's why for that, Mr. Speaker, I support the budget Actually, the budget of 400 something is very small eh. To be honest, with the
Pwede natin
PCC
doble,
being
Mr. Speaker.
I mean their work, Mr. is the first line of defense ng ating mga the last line of defense ng ating mga consumer. So PCC family, you have my word, the 100% support po ng Pireka Party List. Not only that, you are lucky enough that no less than the senior vice chairperson of the appropriations ay siya po ang nagdepensa. Again, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, distinguished honor, and to PCC family, congratulations.
Salamat po.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we recognize the Honorable Senior Deputy Minority Leader Paul Daza.
The Senior Deputy Minority Leader, the Honorable Paul Daza, is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Good afternoon. Just quick question. What's the threshold for PCC review on mergers and acquisitions?
Mr. Speaker, Your Honor, there are two thresholds. The size of transaction threshold is 3.2 billion, and the size of party is 7.8 billion.
Let's just say in the last 2-3 years, how many M&A reviews has the PCC done?
In 2022, 7 reviews. 2023, 28 reviews. 2024, 15 reviews.
And how many were, what would be the right term, rejected or
Disapproved.
objected to?
From 2016, when the commission was founded, up to today, 2024, only one.
Okay, out of...
Out of a total of 300. But there have been some voluntary withdrawals. I'll give you the... Okay, we have... Sorry, 7 approved with conditions, meaning with commitments. So 1 disapproved, 7 approved with commitments.
Okay, and those are very interesting statistics.
And then, sorry, and 4 withdrawn, 35 returned.
I'm sorry, 35.
Returned,
Can that be clarified? Return,
incomplete submissions.
and then resubmitted eventually, Mr. Speaker.
31 submitted,
Okay, and
the 35.
normally when the reviews are done, how long does the PCC usually take to do the reviews, whether to approve or disapprove?
Phase 1 is 30 days, and if it goes to phase 2, 60 days. Total of 90.
PCC is part of the executive branch, or is it a
It's attached
independent, constitutionally independent type of body?
It's attached to the office of the president.
Okay, and because they're somewhat they're regulatory, they're quasi judicial, seems to be, and regulatory. So, Mr. Speaker, they're subjected to the ARTA compliances.
That is correct.
But on those reviews on merger and acquisitions, you're over the 3720-day rule, but are you exempted from the 20 days? because it's somewhat of a quasi-judicial function instead of a purely regulatory function.
Mr. Speaker, Your Honor, PCC is exempt from ARDA because it is quasi-judicial.
Because
For the quasi-judicial aspect of PCC activities, they are exempt. But for all other matters, they are covered by ARDA.
okay, that's good. Thank you for the clarification. That seems to be a good dividing line, and thank you for that. So I'd like to commend the sponsor for her effective and able sponsorship of the budget of the PCC and having So I will wind up, Mr. Speaker, with my brief questions and yield back to the majority leader for one more member of the minority who wishes to ask some questions.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move to recognize the Honorable Sergio Dagook of APEC Party List for his intervention.
The Honorable Sergio Dagook is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Majority Leader. Magandang hapon po sa ating lahat, lalo na sa taga-PCC at saka sa distinguished sponsor. Isa lang po ang katarungan ko, Mr. Speaker. Minomonitor ba ng PCC yung compliance ng cross-ownership provision sa lahat ng mga power industry? Republic Act 9136 po, yung Electric Power Industry Reform Act of 2001, mayroon po tayong cross-ownership provision dyan, no? Parang Section 37 yata, na yung may-ari ng mga planta, may threshold po yan, na pagmamayari din sila ng distribution utility. For example, in the case of Meralco, ang laki-laki ng distribution utility yung Meralco. Parang mga 70% sila sa power requirement ng buong Pilipinas. Pero mayroon po sila mga planta. So, hindi lang sila nag-iisa. Mga 4 yata na players ng power industry na may planta at saka may distribution. So, ang tanong ko sa PCC, but I'm sure na saklaw to sa mandate ninyo, tinitingnan nyo ba yung compliance sa threshold na yung may-ari ng planta, ito lang yung pwede niyang ibenta na capacity sa market kasi mayroon din siyang distribution. Are you coordinating with the ARC and Department of Energy on that particular aspect of the power business operation in the power industry?
Mr. Speaker, Your Honor, PCC has jurisdiction over all competition matters. Klaro po yon. Kaya lang, pagdating po sa EPIRA law, medyo meron pong ambiguity dyan. Kasi marami pong provision sa EPIRA law na meron pong competition matters. Kaya medyo nung bago pa po ang PCC, medyo nagtatalo ang ERC at saka PCC. Kung alin dyan ang mapupunta sa ERC or alin dyan ang mapupunta sa PCC. So, kasi may mga provisions doon na competition matter at naka-indicate talaga doon na itong provisions na to ay para sa, although competition concern po yan, katulad ng cross-ownership, ito po ay nasa jurisdiction ng ERC. So katulad po ng cross-ownership. So ang cross-ownership po ay nasa ERC. So sila po ang nagmo-monitor po niyan, but PCC works closely with ERC on this matter. There is a joint task force. So ano naman po sila? They work closely together.
Linawin ko lang, Mr. Speaker. Mayroong task force ang PCC at ERC. Existing po yung task force na yan.
Yes.
Na nagre-review sa compliance ng cross-ownership provision
Is ERC.
sa 9136. Tama po ba?
So marami pong issues. So pinaghahatian po nila. So at least ngayon po ay mas maganda na po ang kanilang pag-uusap. Kasi nung araw ay syempre it took time kasi nung bago pa po ang PCC ay hindi pa naging malinaw kung anong hatian. But clearly ngayon ay mas malinaw na po. I think what they do is naka-identify. They're working on identifying specific issues sa energy at kung ano pong hatian nilang dalawa, PCC at saka ERC.
Mr. Speaker,